Just before we start the video today, I just want to say a massive thank you to the young guy whose name I didn't ask, and I feel really stupid for not asking, but the young guy that I actually met at Loftus Road today, fan of the channel. So if you are watching this video and if you are on the channel and are subscribed, whatever, let me know it is you down in the comment section, because I want to say a massive thank you. It fully made my day that you recognised me and came over and said hello, so thank you so much. Without further ado, on to the predictions. Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games. A few very quick points of interest. Firstly, sorry this video is late. If you follow me on Twitter, you'd have seen that there's two things. Firstly, I haven't had a voice for a while, so talking is still a mission. And secondly, I was at the football today, so the video was going to be a little bit postponed. But the premise is still exactly the same. Last week's game starting on Thursday, going up until Sunday, with one exception, but I'm sure you guys will see why. But I've literally just got home from the football. But let's get into the team of the week video. It's going to be a little bit quicker, just so you guys get the content nice and quickly, because I still want this out today on Monday. But let's get into the players. Okay, starting off in goal, I've gone with a player who's yet to get an inform, and that is Sommer for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He kept a clean sheet in a 0-0 game, made the most saves I've seen across any of the bigger leagues, or any of the leagues really, for a goalkeeper who kept a clean sheet. So I think that's probably a safe bet to start off in goal. The first player in our defensive three for this team of the week is Robertson. He had a very, very good game for Liverpool. I nearly gave this to Mo Salah, but actually I think Robertson got an assist and was actually one of the highest rated players, like stats-wise, in the game, with like the best passing accuracy and stuff. So I think Robertson has very much deserved an inform. Hasn't got one yet, but I think this week is his week. The second defender and the only centre-back in the starting 11 is Orban for Leipzig. Had a very, very good game. I think they did concede twice, but he scored and got one of the highest rated again for the players in Leipzig this week, and I think it was a 3-2 win. So again, fairly likely to get an inform, I think, despite conceding some goals. And to finish off the defence, he was back at right back this time. That is Ivanovic, having a fantastic week for Zenit St. Petersburg. Got himself a goal in their game, and I think got man of the match as well. So again, I think this is his second inform, predicting it to go to 86 rated. Starting off the midfield, a player who gets special cards all the time, and this week he's going to get another one in my predictions. That is Perisic, going up to an 88, and that card looks disgusting if he gets anything like that. Despite, apart from his defence, sorry, he would be hooligan, and I think this card would be absolutely ridiculous and very well deserved. Next to him in the midfield, another Calcio player, and that is Khedira. I'm predicting him to get an 86 rated card this week. Again, the options for that game were him or maybe Dybala, and I think Khedira had a higher match rating and stuff, and played very, very well, so I think Khedira would probably get the one this week. And partnering him in the midfield, this was quite a tough choice, but I think Thomas Müller definitely deserves an inform. Had a fantastic game, actually got the same, for some people he got the same rating as what a lot of people would predict as man of the match, but also in a lot of different places I saw that he did actually get voted man of the match. So I think Thomas Müller as a centre mid card, bearing in mind 90 rated, this card would be ridiculous at cam, and I think is a possibility for this week's team of the week. On the right hand side, but actually as a left winger, I have gone with Alexis Sanchez, getting himself a goal and an assist for Manchester United this week. And I have, just as a quick point of interest, I have put Arsenal on his card. It will obviously be Man United. That's my mistake, I messed up. But he obviously, I think, is going to get a 92 rated card for Man United, and also his one to watch will go up. But I think, again, definitely deserving one, seeing as he hasn't had the best start at Man U, but a very, very good game, probably his best game for the club since joining. At cam and finishing off the midfield this week, I have gone with Dele Alli, getting himself 2 goals and a man of the match performance against Chelsea this week in a big, big win for Tottenham. He played really, really well and scored some very nice goals and just played some very nice football in general. So I reckon he's going to go up to an 88, because his general improvement stats have been +2 each time, so I reckon FIFA seem to genuinely stick to that. So I'm predicting a +2 from his 86. Starting off the strike force this week, and my word, there were some good strikers getting good games this week. First of all, we have gone with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, my word, and he is meant to have an Arsenal card, which is why he does have an Arsenal card. I'm predicting him to go up to a 90 rating because he already had an 89 rated player card at Dortmund, so I think this is going to go to a 90. He got 2 goals and had a very, very good game. Very easily could have got a third, but credit to him obviously for letting Lacazette take the penalty. and get him into a little bit of form. It's massive credit to him because he could have very easily been like, nope, I want my hat-trick. So big shout out to him, but I think he's going to get a team of the week this week. And last but not least, a player who seems to love the limelight, having one of the best sort of starts to a new club that you can have, best debut, and that is Zlatan Ibrahimovic for LA Galaxy, getting 2 goals in the space of about 20 minutes, one of which was from near enough his own half. But my word, what a game for him. First in form, and it is in the MLS, so I predicted an 89 rated card. Despite his pace, I think he would look very good. Bearing in mind he's going to be fairly similar to his Thutmose card. Okay, so now on to the bench and reserves. I've got the players in front of me here just so I make sure I don't forget anyone. But in goal, the first player, I genuinely struggled with goalkeepers this week. There weren't too many keepers that seemed to have outstanding weeks. But somebody that jumped to mind was Schmeichel, who obviously kept a clean sheet despite them being down to 10 men as well. Plus, he made a penalty save. So I thought actually Schmeichel probably did have a fairly decent week. So I predicted him to go again, like the Dele Alli, he seems to be getting upgraded by 2 each time, so I predicted him to go up to an 88. I think that would be also a very good card. The informs seem to actually play quite well when you play against them in like foot champs and stuff, so I think this would be a good card. Next to him, again struggled for centre backs or defenders in general, but mainly centre backs. I think it said Masiello, maybe, for Atlanta. I believe he got a goal and kept a clean sheet. I think it was for Atlanta. Like I said, I haven't got all the stats I normally would have. I just want to get this out nice and quickly for you guys. Then you've got Tornstra, who was part of a big win for Feyenoord this week. There were a couple of players it very easily could have gone to, but I think Tornstra will probably be the one that gets it because he got man of the match in that game as well. I believe it was a goal and an assist. Next to him, you've got Luis Alberto, who played centre mid this week for Lazio, and again they had a nice win for themselves as well, getting man of the match and having a very good game. So I predicted him to an 85, and that would actually be a very nice centre mid or even cam card if you were to use it. Next to him, because his teammate can't get in as he was in this week, Arnautovic would have got it, but João Mario I think will probably get an inform instead. Again, very good and probably quite surprisingly good game for West Ham this week. But definitely deserving of an inform for someone in there. Would have been Arnautovic, but I think João Mario will get it instead. Next to him, somebody that I think would maybe go under the radar as the team had a collectively great game, but Leroy Sané actually had a fantastic performance this week and actually scored a fantastic goal as well. That really was a great finish, and I think is definitely in for a shout for a possible team of the week. I think David Silva maybe could be in there as a contention, but if I was to pick one player from Man City, which I've gone with Leroy Sané. And next to him, probably just about missing out in the starting lineup. He was, of the 3 strikers, the one that I was maybe a little bit torn between, because I think Müller has a great chance of getting a team of the week, but so does Lewandowski, again in their big win this weekend. One of the biggest wins, both score-wise and actually for who they were playing against. So massive credit to Bayern Munich and to Lewandowski. Onto like the reserves and stuff, I've gone with Belotti, who had a very good game for Torino, and I think that card would be a really good card. I didn't realise he didn't actually have any informs this week, this year. I thought he had. I don't know why I had it in my head that Belotti had special cards, but apparently he doesn't. Next to him, a striker, Depay, after a fantastic brace for Lyon this weekend. And that card at striker would be game-breaking. I mean, looking at those stats, I think it's going to be expensive, and it'll be a very nice card. And next to him, somebody who's actually gone from striker to left wing, that is Plea, who got himself a couple of goals as well this weekend and a man of the match performance for Nice. And then you've got Uth for Hoffenheim. This could have very easily gone to Serge Gnabry as well, but I think Uth will just pip him at the post and will get a nice upgrade. Add a little bit of pace to this card, and I think it'll be a very good card. And the last 3 players, we've got Cabella, who for St Etienne had a man of the match performance, and I think it was a brace as well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly sure he got a brace for St Etienne this weekend. We've got Badji, who got, I think it was at least a hat-trick, it might have even been 4 goals, I forgot, in the MLS this weekend, so I predict him to go up to a 74 rated silver inform. And last but not least, I've just got home. I've had to throw this guy in. Matt Smith had a phenomenal game for us today with a goal and 2 assists and a man of the match performance in a 4-1 win against Norwich. And actually his goal, he actually out-jumped Angus Gunn with his arms up and jumping in the air. Matt Smith jumped over that to head the ball into the back of the net. That on its own, I think, deserves a Team of the Year, but I could be a bit biased. But regardless, that is my predictions for Team of the Week. Hopefully we get some of these right. Sorry the video is a little bit rushed, but like I said, I wanted to get this out as quickly as I can because it's already been delayed due to me being poorly and me being a QPR fan. But without anything else, hopefully you've enjoyed this. Leave a like, of course, if you have. Comment down below if there's anyone I've missed. As I always say, I am a team of one, so if I miss anyone, I've only got myself to blame. But hopefully you've enjoyed it and you want to subscribe if you want to see more content, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button. But for now, boys, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all very, very soon. Look after yourselves.